We're talking about favourite fan moments. The gentlemen were brilliant players, of course, in their day, but they've also been fans, and we're going to be talking about their favourite fan moments. Jerry, your favourite moment as a fan?
I suppose as a fan, probably one of the most iconic moments in Northern Irish history was in Spain 1982 with Jerry Armstrong, of course. As an 11-and-a-half-year-old, sat in the front room with all the family, watching the game. Ball comes out the right-hand side, big Billy Hampton's running down the wing, gets the cross in, can't remember the keeper's name, he came out for it, he parried it down, and who was there but the one and only big Jerry Armstrong, a slammer in Northern Ireland, Spain nil, gets in, green and white army.
Against the hosts?
Yeah, against the hosts, yeah, and we, obviously we were the underdogs for that game. It sort of lifted the country, believe it or not. Well, if you remember the times back in the 80s, it was just a major boost for the whole country.
Ewan, what about yourself?
3 years later, we played Spain at the racecourse, and it was my first ever game that I'd been to with my family. And we beat Spain 3-0, and it was a really good Spain side. And I think we can all remember Sparky scissor kick. Oh, what a goal! I think that was the third goal, and that was the icing on the cake. And for me, that's lived with me. What till now?
Mark Hughes scissor kick is one of the finest things.
That became his trademark.
Yeah, of course.
It weren't the last time that he did that, but it was an unbelievable goal.
Kevin, a victory against Spain?
Spain?
Yeah, I was going to say, while they're down.
No, I've got a few, I mean, as a fan, Scotland qualifying for World Cups, because obviously it's not a big thing for our nation, but...
Any particular one?
No, the biggest one for me, though, was Diego Maradona turning up at Hampden at 16 years of age. Wow. I was a kid, we always went to Scotland games with my big brother, took us to the games, and here's this guy, it's only like 5-6 years older than you, 16 years of age, and he's actually playing in the national team, and he was really, really tiny, especially where we were sitting in the stand, and to see that just gave me a massive boost of I definitely want to be a footballer now, that's where I want to go, that's my direction. And anything like that at all, seeing him playing that day was just phenomenal. The Scottish boys just couldn't get a ball off him, they were bouncing off him, everything, and he was a kid.
Do you remember, what was the final score of that one?
I think it was 3-1 Argentina.
Yeah. Wrighty, what about yourself?
I was going to say, I thought that England in the Euro 96, I thought against Holland was pretty good, but I think you have to say Beckham at Man United, 2-2 Greece, the performance he put in.
Trafford.
And then I mean, I was doing it for the BBC, and everybody else was rubbish. Everyone else was rubbish. He literally was dragging us.
England bottled it that day.
I think they did, but Greece did play well. I think Greece played well, but too many of the boys didn't perform. But his performance on that day, and in the end, the free kick, and the excitement of it, and being in and around a training ground like I was with him with England all the time, and watching how many times he used to practice up at the end. And when he put it down, I said, if you want someone to take this, it should be him. And to be honest, he nailed it, and he was brilliant. And for me, as a fan in a moment, for somebody to deliver like he did on that day, that was
You
really
were out, mate,
fulfilling.
weren't you? England were out.
Yeah. Deserved as well.
Yeah, deservedly out.
Absolutely
because they didn't play well that day.
Absolutely useless they were.
My moment would probably be Anthony Niemi's performance for Finland on the same day against Germany, because had Germany beaten Finland at home, then England would have needed to go for a playoff for that.
Is that right?
Yeah. Kept a clean sheet. We all forget that, don't we? Leave your comments below and your favourite fan moments, if you would.
He's still waiting on the injuries, aren't we?
That's all he's got.
I thought the big toe was going to keep him out. He's all right.
That's all he's got. You may get injuries.
He's played every minute apart from the last 3 against Belgium.
And he's back on form again as well, Gareth Bale, isn't he?